Salutations! My name is Drunker. The dogs are barking again, my goodness. Okay, you can go bark now. Anyways, today we are going to be playing again another episode of another Eidos of Dragon Vein R. That's right, we are going to be delving into the story again. This is maybe part 2 because not gonna lie, the first part is not that long. I might have to go back to my old way of like filming Eidos videos, but yeah. Anyways, today we're back with big game hunting. I don't think I'll go through the patch notes now. We'll just do that later. So we're gonna be delving into the story. CS17 to CS21. I'm pretty sure there's only 2. Yeah, there's only 2 stories available. So yeah, so two story segments, unless they're like really long, but you know. So anyway, let us proceed to the Thunder Beast strikes first. Ooh, it looks like El Goliath is finally playing an important role in the story. Let me make sure my mic is properly adjusted. Also, the voice is really loud, so okay, like, yeah, that's good. Huh, so this stuff is Circean cacao. Damn, there's tons of it. On the way to the plantations, Chabot happens to pick up a fallen cacao pod. This is what chocolate's made from, but how and from what part of this? No matter, I'll just have to taste it and find out. Wow, it's sweet and sour, but bitter as hell. Nothing about this resembles chocolate. You're eating the pulp as is? It's obviously gonna be missing the sugar that you put in chocolate. And that's one of the most important ingredients, no? Hey, don't these beans go into making chocolate though? I'm pretty sure. Moreover, the premium hyperized cacao beans that we need to sell to Sepia are cultivated far deeper within the plantations. And the deeper in we go, the closer we get to where that cursed El Goliath lives. So quit eating stuff you picked off the ground and keep a walking. Ooh, pretty! We gotta keep walking. Are you being for real now? So, about the guarana berries. Everyone scatter! Get into position! We're under attack by a huge monster! El Goliath himself! Seriously, the boss already? What do you mean ready for weapons? You're all gonna get destroyed! Run for the hills! Okay, so this is what happens if you choose the other option. The adult one. Miss me so much that you had to get your asses handed to you by me a second time, eh? Whoa, is that dude literally chomping down on raw hyperized guarana? Enough about that though, we need to get ourselves into position. You hunters with a fine jawline. Isn't that this me you're after? We're the Hurricane Squad. Get it right. Oh, he's huge. Seeing him up close like this, he sure is a huge monster, alright. We're not like how we were before. We've got new allies on our side, bound together by our bonds. Ugh, that was freaking cold. Yeah. How the heck did you shoot ice at me from way over there? I should have practiced my magic more. Channeling my magic into these arrows is so freaking draining. I don't have to land direct hits, so long as I can keep him from moving. He's a pretty big target though. He's like insanely bulky. I get that he's big game, but how does he keep his bod that jacked? Maybe it's gotta do with his diet, like some kind of daily nutrient-rich protein shake regime. Wouldn't it be nice to have that kind of Dracos to afford that kind of regime?
Honey's already expensive enough. Should have at least asked Todo what his favorite thing to eat were when I had the chance.
Who's gonna be the lucky dude to tie the knot with me?
The monster's leaping towards you, Leon! He spotted you! Quit shooting and run! Don't you think I know that?
El Goliath leaps forward, charging straight at Leon, who has been firing arrows of ice at him atop a tall tree. Despite having hidden himself well enough by the branches up to this point, the branches become his very downfall as he slips down the trunk of the tree the moment he loses his footing.
Man, that was close!
Ha! You're dealing with me now! I'm not exactly some Prince Charming coming in on a white horse, but still. Get away from my Leon, you big chunk of meat! Ah, the shit's hot. What is that, a sword forged from volcanic rock? Heh, well, it's every man's dream to have a flaming sword. Tuh, you little shit, thinking you swing that thing around like a goddamn torch? Don't tell me you lost focus up there, Leon. You could have gotten seriously hurt just then.
Thanks for helping me out.
Damn you thing. Too think you can get all hot and heavy in front of me. I'm just gonna have to rail you both till I get both of you to tie the knot with me.
Chabot, we seriously got a dip. We're really flipping this monster shit. What?
Wait, that thunder just now wasn't mine. You're up against me. Seiji shouts, as after having summoned a bolt of lightning which strikes a massive tree next to El Goliath, scorching into ashes as it falls. I'm sorry, I think I did not do that correctly. Oh, I remember this little trick. It zaps like an electric shock, but it ain't nowhere near like the ones I give. It doesn't even really count as an electric shock if you're just gonna shoot it at me from so far away. I'm not gonna let that slide again. Besides, my electric shocks are way more powerful. My spirit bolts does nothing to him now. Either way, that means I can't rely on electric shocks to do anything for me with all these huge trees. As much as it pains me to say this, we'll just have to teach him a hard lesson, even if we have to hurt him a little. Hunters, get to work keeping El Goliath stationary so that I have enough time to complete my next incantation. Use whatever you have at your disposal. Traps, snares, tranquilizers, you name it.
I need to find another vantage point so I can get back to firing my ice arrows at him. I'm just worried he'll pounce at me again.
Just keep shooting at him while you're running. It's as simple as that. I'll give you cover, so don't worry. You're hearing me, Leon?
Chabot!
Oh, come on guys, hurry up! My ass is literally on the line here. This was supposed to be my rematch to take revenge on this dude.
Seiji,
let us maintain our distance from the El Goliath as we make hits on him while we have Hurricane run around as bait. Alright, time to stick to this plan. Do you really think we'll be able to evade him alright? I just don't see how the hunters won't get caught up as collateral. What? I'm not down for that though. Shit, this ain't looking good. Gotcha. Oh, alright, time for you to eat up all this fine guarana you guys been making here.
Haha, I figured he's gotten his hands on high-priced guarana.
Ah, stop it. Good stuff, ain't it? Trying to tell me you can't eat my fruit, Mr. Sick Jawline. There's no way I can eat that much. No freaking way. Well, you got stuffed the other day, didn't you? Instructor Hurricane! I remember you too, you little cocky peak squeak. Did you just spit at me? El Goliath has hawked a loogie straight at the rookie hunter's face. I said almost rookie hurricane. Golly. What a dirty move, you nasty. The sticky projectile clinging to the rookie's helmet is absolutely loaded with chewed up hyperized guarana extract. Don't expect anything less of our certain top tier stamina booster. How is this turning me on? I won't be able to fight like this. I freaking love messing with you hunters. Caught in El Goliath's grip, Hurricane is having a hell of a hard time keeping his feet from wobbling now that El Goliath is shoving a dose of the stuff down his throat. Not my belly being full of guarana again. Getting force-fed this much is gonna make me hungover like crazy. I'm burning up now. Then let me strip you down to make you more comfortable. With the leader of their squad now incapacitated, defeat looks all but certain. You guys gotta run. If Seiji can cast his magic, there's no way we can turn the tide. As if we can't just stand by and watch you guys get wrecked. Seiji and Leon can take turns chipping away at him from our distance. He's not gonna snack on us, but he's gonna play with us like freaking toys till he gets tired of us. Let me in on the action too. Instructor Hurricane, you too, El Goliath. A battle of stamina against some monster. This is the sort of fate that awaits any hunter, huh? Well, does it always have to be a bunch of idiots going up against monsters? Hey, don't be calling friends who are putting their asses on the line for you idiots. My apologies. Leon, quit picking up guarana berries and let's get going.
Well, my bad.
So embarrassing.
Well, I couldn't help myself. I'm just too curious about these things.
Could it be what you're really after isn't cacao at all, but this right here? Am I right?
Well...
Forced to swallow their pride in shameful fashion from El Goliath, our 4 young warriors of the Hurricane Squad have run for the hills, their long-awaited rematch once again on hold. Since they have escaped to the surrounding hills, however, they have chosen to set up camp under the densely packed starry night sky while they strategize for their counterattack slated for the very next day. Oh my Seiji! Alright gang, listen up. We need to catch him off guard if we intend on finishing him off quicker than later, even if we still fail to teach him a lesson. We need to prioritize rescuing our guys from him. Man, I don't know about you guys, but whatever Seiji's cooking up smells pretty damn good. Seiji's cooking's legit fire. He obviously made sure to bring all the seasonings and everything he need to whip up this sweet grub. I'm not a culinarian in the slightest. I merely use herbs to sharpen my focus. My stomach's telling me I should just worry about eating right now. The tension gripping all 4 of our young fighters is instantly eased by the smell of fresh stew prepared by Seiji. Well, I suppose filling our bellies isn't such a bad idea after all. Edgar really should have warned me ahead of time that something that dangerous out there.
No, this is exactly the kind of quest people would request backup from the Federation for. You should have known better. Like, seriously. Do you really mean to tell me that Edgar didn't give you any details? You know there's a level requirement for this quest, yeah?
Oh, yikes! Now that you mention it, he might have said something about me needing to be at a certain level.
See what I mean? And it doesn't help that you keep skipping your training sessions.
Now hold on, I don't see how skipping out on training has anything to do with my stomach's needs.
So, about that stomach, how about you let me feel it again by letting me lie on it? Your lap will work just fine too.
Huh? I don't know about that, but shucks, why not?
Will you two quit being so lovey-dovey already? This is no picnic, and you need to understand that.
Easy there, Seiji. Cut him some slack, will ya? Everyone's gotta rest up properly somehow.
I told ya your lap works too, you know.
Fine.
Huh? Oh!
Whoa, whoa.
As Leon lies down on Chabo's lap as a pillow, Seiji and Jeff both freeze up as their faces turn bright red. Certain hunters don't ever do things like this. I'm pretty sure they do, right?
They do? Do shamans? Probably not, huh? I mean, weren't your hunters out there banging and stroking each other's you-know-what earlier? I know you saw them doing that too, no? Also, you do realize that we outsiders know about what you Certsian are up to, yeah? Bro, it's been 5 years of this game. Of course they're going. Of course, like, why do you guys expect it to hide it? Like, seriously.
Everyone back at our guild talks about how Cersei and Mercs just love to mingle, but now that we're here and seeing you guys with our own eyes, well, you've surpassed all expectations in that department.
What? People are seriously talking about us like that? I ain't like that though.
Huh? Yeah, right.
We were sneaking peeks during that special training session Hurricane was giving you guys, so we know you're just lying out of your ass. No, you got that all wrong. Seiji, back me up here. Seiji swallows hard, frozen in place, as the stew he had just ladled out starts to cool from being exposed to the night breeze.
Why are you two blushing so hard? Aren't you guys supposed to be a couple?
Well, I'd never even thought of us that way, actually. Seiji, how should I even answer that kind of question? What are we to each other exactly?
For one, that is not what we are.
Yeah, what Seiji said.
Well, Seiji isn't the one to talk since he was blushing hardcore at you when you were in that training session, Jeff.
You must understand my intention. I was just... It's fine. No amount of looking would change anything anyway. Anyhow, should we try to do what they're doing? At least give it a shot. How about it, Seiji? We could try lying on my lap or belly. Whichever works. Now get on over here.
Whatever.
Oh, come on. No need to be such a sourpuss.
He's got Seiji's blushing again.
Hey, Jeff. You can't be waiting idly by for him either. You gotta snatch him before he gets away. Huh? I think I see your point.
No. Come on, really? That's the sort of thing couples do, no? Much like you and Leon.
Well, duh.
If we remain glued to one another like little kids, we won't be able to go on our journeys. We are to be alone for that. If memory serves me right, Leon, you only met Chabo after having left Abzerterra for the Federation. Am I correct? Well, that may be true and all, but the two of you are far more grown up than me and Jeff combined.
Well, you're probably right about that. I mean, we haven't even stepped foot outside of Cersei before, so it makes sense for them to be. Plus, if that's how you're explaining things, Seiji, then it has to be the case. That's cause you're super smart, man. Even Priest Baron and Elder Ornus praise you all the time for your smarts.
If we are fated to ever be like Chabo and Leon, once we've returned to Cersei from the outside world, or as we've grown up along our journeys but are continuing to travel, if fate so ordains, the spirit shall guide us so that such a fateful reunion may happen.
Wow, is that how it'll work? Like, for real? Man, Seiji, talk about having your guard up way too high.
Chabo, enough. It's their call at the end of the day.
Fine. Hey, Leon, do you really think we can take down El Goliath?
Don't know, but whatever we do, we gotta stick to the plan next time. Next time. If we don't manage to take him down, I'll cover the cost of our gear that gets ruined.
Don't be stupid. We'll just keep training and leveling up till we can beat him.
That might be fine for you, but I've got work to return to at the workshop.
If that asshole lets you go, I'll figure something out for us. Trust in me, will ya?
How is it that you're telling me to trust ya when you couldn't even save me up money like you promised me you would?
Well, this is for you, and that's what's getting me so motivated about this. Seriously, I thought you'd gone back to Azerteria at the start of this. That's what got me so serious about making this chocolate so I could make things up with you. I'm gonna be bringing loads of hyperized cacao beans. That ain't changing. This is just as much for me as it is for you.
I see.
Oh, so you're actually going to have faith in me? As per usual, there's no end in sight to Leon and Chabo's bickering. More often than not, it is Leon who wins any given argument. This time, however, Leon doesn't push back. Instead, he simply closes his eyes. Oh, and also, I'll be saving up properly too. I promise. Come on, forgive me already.
It ain't about just forgiving you though. That's all fine and good. It's just that I do want to believe and have faith in you.
Yeah, you do? Aww. Oh crud, I always end up falling asleep when I listen to this guy breathe in his sleep. Oh. After Leon and Chubbo have fallen soundly asleep. Ooh. Jeez, I didn't realize Chubbo was that big of a slacker. At least Leon's got it together for him. Kinda jealous about that, honestly.
You're just as big of a slacker as he is, Jeff. You won't save for your journey, and you keep buying up gear you don't need at this exact moment.
Well, I guess you got me there.
At any rate, it might be fine and all for them to just head back home with the cacao beans that they came for, but we still have to find a way to get rid of El Goliath.
Yeah, that's true, huh? Jeff still seems to be totally unfazed by the fire Seiji's practically lighting under his feet. If anything, the look in his eyes as he stares right back at Seiji hints at the feverish heat building behind those eyes of his. With there being no hope of additional backup, if they return to their village, the four of them have no other choice but to resolve this matter together. However, despite there being four of them, the two sleeping before them are still outsiders, meaning victory will ultimately rest on the shoulders of the local young hunter and shaman.
Come on, Jeff, I need you to really think about how we're going to win this. Otherwise, we'll be stuck in this dilemma forever. Forget setting out on our journeys. We won't even be able to leave Cersei if we don't get this resolved.
I mean, that might not be too bad, yeah? I'm joking, of course.
Hey, take this seriously. Will you...
Huh? Oh, this is so cute. Oh, I really wish I can. I don't know if I can show this. Yeah, but hey, it's cute. Once we clear this quest, we'll be going our separate ways, huh?
Jeff says as he wraps his arm around Seiji from behind, who is of course completely defenseless. Hunters often sneak up on each other, taking advantage of whatever crisis or chaos is available, much like this, often to make it seem as though they are practicing some sparring technique. Yes, that wouldn't quite describe his move on Seiji here. His sweaty chest clinging to Seiji's back as if there were two magnets, daring not to let go. I guess I've been getting kinda jealous and frustrated at watching these two. It's been making me have this tightness in my chest. Sorry, it's just that I haven't been too fond of the idea that we'd still be going down the same separate path. I guess we gotta go on. Sorry, it's just that I haven't been too fond of the idea that we'd still be going down the same separate paths. I guess we gotta go on. Are you seriously gonna even make it out there? You're not gonna get jumped or taken for a ride by some city folk. Nothing of the sort would ever happen to me. I'm not some girl, you know.
Seiji, what do you mean by that? I've heard of people getting swindled of all they got, to the last Draco, from dudes pretending to be all into them.
I'd be more worried about something like that happening to you, Jeff. At any rate, it's not as though the spirits can protect us in every waking moment.
Ah, so that means you would be better off with me sticking around with you.
Enough!
Ugh, you smell so good, Seiji. As hard as Seiji tries squirming to shake off Jeff holds on him only tightens.
That's the incense I was burning. Does it not remind you of what you'd smell at a funeral?
Nope.
You're really telling me you'd rather stay like this forever, huh? Don't tell me you'd be fine losing time and time again.
But come on.
This is disrespectful to the spirits, you know. How am I supposed to even pray like this?
Well, this ain't about us being like this forever. Just till morning breaks. Heck, just for this moment even. We're just making a memory together. Right here, right now. We're not gonna have another shot at something like this.
Jeff says as he pulls Seiji in ever tighter. Even as Seiji still views Jeff as a childhood friend, it's undeniable that his arms had grown to be powerful and gritty, much like the other men of their village, unbeknownst to him. Jeff, you know what is pressing against me.
What is? Oh,
Seiji, you really don't like anything that's remotely pervy, do ya?
But hey, I know it's wrong on my part to be like this, but still, I'm not like you. I'm just a dumb, dirty hunter, and you'll have to forgive me for that.
Well, I don't hate that.
Huh?
Listen, shamanism isn't as innocent as people like to think it is. You've never been possessed by an evil spirit before, so you wouldn't get it.
Well, I do know that the shape I'm in is all thanks to the prayers you offered for me. Ain't that right?
Truthfully, I find the playful banter and roughhousing you hunters engage in downright adorable.
Hey, not you making fun of me again.
Jeff retorts as he slides his finger down Seiji's slender body to tease him back. His nimble fingertips, indicative of his hunter prowess, are damp from his sweat, but they tremble oh so slightly as they make their way downward. If I were to do anything of the sort, I wouldn't be able to go on any journey. I'm not like you, that much I know. When you're on your journey, you'll find something truly precious to bring back, and from that experience, you'll have become the adult you want to be. You'll be just like Hurricane, the other hunters, as well as just like Leon and Chabo. Jeff, you have the potential to become an adult the right way. I, however, am in a different boat altogether, for I have already found what matters most to me. Instead, the reason for I wish to go on my journey is to confirm my feelings on the matter. Which matter? To get down to the bottom of them and find out what's real and what's not. That's why I can't be doing this now.
You always say that, but does that mean you really think the only reason why my you-know-what is hard and practically on fire right now is because I'm just some perv, huh? Well, it ain't about just that, I'm sure of it. As much as I love to find out whether that's the case or not, I suppose I'll have to wait for another day. That's because I do care about you and respect your thoughts on the matter. I really do, so this'll have to do for today. Oh, another thing. I do want to stay like this, but that doesn't mean I'm okay with losing.
I know that.
You do? Yeah. I hate how I've only physically become an adult. I want to be a real full-fledged adult already.
Jeff remarks as he presses his hardened member against Seiji's rear through his loincloth, grinding it insistently. I feel you, Jeff. I really do.
You do, yeah? Well, that makes sense since we're the bestest of best friends.
Bestest of friends?
So, like, when we were talking with Chubbo and Leon, you agreed to using my lap as a pillow if we happened to meet on our separate journeys, or if we came back home to Cersei as adults, yeah? I'm pretty sure you said you would then. We'd be able to be a couple, just like Chubbo and Leon.
Did I say such a thing?
You totally did, because you said using each other's laps as pillows is the sort of thing couples do.
Guess you got me there.
Alright then. Now, with that settled, let's go out there and win this next time. Aww. Oh. Okay. So we are here with Leon and Jeff in the tent. So.
Yo, you two sure look sleep deprived. Did you even get any rest?
The plan was for the four of them to rest up at camp and head back out before dawn. Despite both being native Circean adventurers, Jeff and Seiji appear terribly pale and dazed amid the darkness of the early morning. Hey, don't ask them that point blank. We got Circean adventures on our hands. I'm sure they were all up all night, thinking about everything we needed to get done.
You needn't worry. Once a man becomes a shaman, he can forget getting a good night's rest. What with the spirits talking to him at all hours of the day. Even so, a shaman must concentrate even though it is the norm for the line between dream and reality to become blurred. We just got to concentrate on the road ahead, Seiji says, exchanging glances with Jeff before swallowing hard. Despite being rather dark out, his cheeks are clearly bright red.
Yep, that we do. Under's always gotta be ready to go out in full force. This ain't even such a big deal. We can definitely do that monster in. It sure does seem like something happened between you two.
Yeah, I'd say so too.
So does that mean you guys did the deed?
I'm not sensing they took things that far.
Well, I sure slept like a log, that's for sure. I credit that to you sleeping by my side, which I hadn't gotten to feel in a hot minute, you know. Makes me super relieved.
Same for me too. Chavo and Leon are more than just a little more experienced in the love department than their young Certian adventurer counterparts. As such, they can tell that Jeff and Seiji have at least begun to bridge the gap between being just best friends and being lovers. Chavo, Leon, we're really counting on you two to help us rescue our mates. I sure hope that we can catch El Goliath when he's all asleep, but if anything happens, I'll take up the rear. Focus on your part of the plan and prioritize our mates' rescue at all costs. Don't worry about whatever happens to me.
Got it. Are you sure we're gonna be okay though? I mean, all of us going at him at once didn't do us any good yesterday.
Things will be way better this time. I'm telling ya. If we all try running away with our backs turned towards him again, it'll just be game over, which is why Seiji and I will be there to buy everyone time if need be. That being said, getting the job done without being noticed is still the most ideal outcome for us.
Really? Sounds like we're just winging it though.
At any rate, Jeff is our leader now, so do as he says. Our opponent's senses are several times higher than ours, so going unnoticed will be fairly difficult to pull off. Of course, I don't expect El Goliath to just hand the others back to us without something in return.
Okay, word.
Gotta say, I hate that I'm admitting this, but yeah, Chabo and I are at our wits' end fighting the monsters in your guys' turf. Well, we're almost as deep as you can go in our network of plantations, beyond where regular cacao is produced into where our hypercharged guarana is made.
By the way, guarana. Is that guarana? Hold on. How do you even say that word? Guarana. Yeah. So it's guarana. Hypercharged guarana.
Which is where El Goliath lightly resides. Hey, so there's one more thing I'd like to ask.
Which is?
How have you guys fended off El Goliath in the past? That might give us a clue or two.
His raiding is unprecedented. This is actually his first time attacking any of our plantations. Say, what? Is he one of the magical beasts coming out of your volcano's lairs that we were hearing about back at the guild?
Not quite. El Goliath is a monster who feeds on lightning, a type of beast which typically inhabits remote mountain peaks and highlands. He's a large-brained monster capable of walking on the surface, making him distinctly different than those emerging from the catacombs of our volcano's lairs.
He'd get into scraps with our hunters from time to time, yes, but he's not nearly as tough as the magical beast escaping from our lair. That's why they have us, the younger ones, out here dealing with him this time. Now, if he were anything like he was before, we would have taken him down no problem. It's actually still pretty hard to believe that he was able to wreck Hurricane so badly.
I see, so nothing like this has ever happened before, is that right? Come to think of it, this is the first year that chocolate has ever sold out the way it has.
Actually, we had a bumper crop this year. Some think that the harvest was bigger than usual thanks to the long cold snap we had prior. All crops are going like crazy nowadays. In fact, this is the most bountiful year on record. The herbs being harvested are blowing records too. Their potency readings are off the charts. It's as if someone has cast magic on each and everything that grows here.
Uh-oh. Does that mean that plants on the surface are being overloaded with magic?
Leon, bring me some hypercharged guarana. I'd like to look into the substance more closely.
Yeah, sure.
Leon awkwardly fumbles with the content of the item pouch attached to his hip, feeling for the little round guarana berries rolling around inside.
Wait, I'm smelling the strong odor from a powerful beast. Does that mean that El Goliath is actually close by?
Wait, are you being for real right now? Just as Leon said, there's a poignant odor unlike anything else in this damp jungle in the dead of night. An odor so sharp and unlike the scents of the earth, leaves, and low-hanging fruits that it instantly snaps them awake. The concoction of sweat, semen, and ammonia serves as a vividly raw warning of what's to come. Truly, this is the stench of a male beast in hate, relentless staking his territory. Man, Leon, nothing escapes your mouth. I knew you had the makings of a hunter. Shh. We're almost at his den. Stick to the plan. Got it. Ooh. Damn, that hurts like hell. That bastard thinks he can just shove that huge thing in however he pleases. All the hunters whom El Goliath has abducted are huddled together in the mad, completely in tatters and drain. Their bodies are covered in ugly bruises, having been used up and tossed aside one by one once El Goliath has had his time with them. They've all been waiting for the opportunity to escape to arise, but to no avail. All they've been able to hope for is waiting for backup as they somehow recover. Of course, there has never been any guarantee that they wouldn't be just roughed up again come the next morning. There they are. It's you guys.
You guys okay?
More or less. Just then, blazing bright across the jungle moments before the crack of dawn, a flash of lightning lights up the sky.
Was that lightning just now?
Oh shit, you guys been spotted by him.
Grab on, I can carry you on my back. It's whatever, just hold on.
You know El Goliath's onto you now. Get out of here while you guys still have a chance. Don't get your asses handed to you for no good reason.
Hate to say it, but I don't think you guys can handle this kind of enemy.
Figured you say that, but we still ain't leaving you guys behind. We're adventurers too, you know. Pulling mates out of tight spots is what we do best.
Jeff and Seiji will be the ones holding him off. I'm sure they'll do a good job at that.
Everyone run! Full sprint! Oh no. Oh. Go ahead. Try calling for help. I'll snatch up that mouthy caster along with the rest of them. Seiji, run for it! Ouch, that was hot and super dangerous at that. What was that just now? Seiji's magic, I bet. The spirit magic unleashed by Seiji, of the wind, earth, fire, and water, and whatever forces he could call upon, was pure chaos. Both El Goliath and Jeff are frozen in place, gripped by an overwhelming fear of the sheer power which clearly engulfs theirs with absolute certainty. A force whose magic residue can be poignantly felt from the massive hole blasted into a nearby gigantic tree. In fact, they have even forgot about their entire scuffle, both men now completely silent, at least for a few moments. Ugh, the electric shocks I hate most of all. How are they, like, way stronger than last time? That must have been Seiji's lightning. Whoa! Just you watch though, I'll eat this lightning right up and get even stronger and manlier. Yo, El Goliath, you'd better quit while you're still ahead. You went and pissed off Seiji. I'd never seen magic like that before either. Nope, not gonna let this fly. You're too still to tie the knot with me and become my... The mountains are your home, are they not? It's a shame you came down just to trash the plantations. If a hunter stronger than me comes along, it won't be so good for you. If you get your ass handed to you, don't say I didn't tell you so. There's no way I'd ever lose. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you're not actually that bad of a guy, are you? Jeff says as he slowly reaches out to El Goliath and clasps one of his massive hands with both of his way tinier hands. Your hand smells so nice and gentle. Well, my name's Jeff. If you're looking for a guy to tie the knot with to be your bitch, at least know the name of the dude you're chasing at the very least. Hey, no touchy. I promise, I'll come visit you sometime in the mountains. I just need you to return there. What? Out of the way, Jeff! Mark my words, I ain't gonna forget about you guys. Ow! Goliath shouts just as he shoves Jeff aside before cloaking himself in lightning and vanishing into the rain. It's over? Man, I know I'm tired as hell. My body's still so freaking hot. Jeff's body rapidly grows limp. The rain helps ease the imbalance between his tired, worn-out flesh and his aphrodisiac-fueled mind. We pulled it off, through our own way, not how others would have. That pretty much makes us adults, huh? Elgolite's footprints quickly fill up the rain. Elgolite's footprints quickly fill up with rain. Indeed, it would seem that he has gone back to the mountains as asked. Seiji, along with the others, are safe and accounted for. Their plan has been executed perfectly. With the clear now cleared, there can be no complaints. Despite having been in such a squalid, stiflingly hot mess. Jeff is practically freezing now as he stands there in solitude. We'll need to sleep first, then I can go home. Jeff. Seiji practically drags himself over to Jeff's side, relying on sheer determination to get his limbs to run. The spirits had mercilessly torn his muscles to shreds upon relinquishing his body to them. You have a fever. Did you mean fat and ripe? What the heck? Seiji glances over at the guarana berries tumbling on the ground nearby. They are all fat and ripe from having soaked up so much magic from their dragon vein. Well, it's over. It turned out that I was the one who was okay with things staying the same. And we are here with Hurricane celebrating about how the Hurricane Squad pulled off. Hey, has everyone gotten to hear about the legendary work that the Hurricane Squad pulled off out there? Well, just so that everyone gets a chance to hear what went down, I'll need everyone's undivided attention. Hear ye, hear ye! I am honored to inform my fellow Certian brethren that the threat of El Goliath is no more. We can now deliver all that cacao and guarana that those stingy Sepian merchants have been harboring our asses about. With some helping hands from our allies in the Federation, the Hurricane Squad's top hunters settled this emergency quest like it was nothing. But our team couldn't have done it without me leading the way. How many times do we gotta hear him repeat his telling of events? He needs to shut up already. Why do you gotta run your mouth like that when you were being held hostage the whole time, you old bag of bones? If I had to guess what actually happened, your mates here probably pulled you out of there right before another ass beating, huh? That is not how things went down. That was all a part of my master plan. And it was the perfect opportunity for all my men here to grow. I mean, sure. Yeah. I mean, sure, we did somehow clear that quest when we all was said and done, but I never want to go through a fight like that again. I'll need to become way stronger. That's what it's all about, getting stronger. Ain't no monster too big to be taken on. You gotta go through a lot of hard work to rack up that experience and get stronger. That goes for my young hunters and our adventurer visitors, sorry. Can't you guys feel how your muscles leveled up out there? Hey, I know. I'll give you all the guys a free massage to commemorate our victory. I think I'll pass on that one. Would it be the kind of massage where you get all stretched out? You got me interested. Huh? Guess I did get a tad stronger from all that. Man, I'm still just floored that I got to reunite with you out here in Certsea by randomly bumping back into you. Guess we're just meant to be, huh? Or something like that. We're on the same wavelength, I guess. Oh, and there's the chocolate, of course. Can't forget about the chocolate. When we get back home, we'll need to buy some fine-grade sugar and get to making some. Chavo remarks as he fetches out the plump, heavy guarana fruit out of his item pouch, which he picked up along the way. Oh, that's right. You guys were after chocolate, weren't you?
Glad to know we got our hands on the finest ingredients, but I wonder if our chocolate will even turn out alright.
How much of everything should we even bring back with us?
What if the store-bought stuff tastes better? Like, what do we do then?
How it end up tasting won't be the be-all and end-all. Even with all the right ingredients in front of me, I'm certainly not confident that I'd make the chocolate taste any better than you could, Leon.
Well, I don't mind taking over the chocolate making process, but are you gonna be cool with that?
Absolutely. Well, it's freaking great that we've been getting to explore Surtsey at no expense, cause I gotta say, I felt like a tourist this whole dang time. I'd say we've had some pretty fun times, about as fun when we stayed at Anagra's Lodge. Plus, I got all this new gear on top of clearing the mission. That's what I'm talking about. I've really outdone myself this time.
Aww.
Also got to see how freaking cool you really are too, Leon. You're pretty sick with that.
Well, I haven't picked up a bow in ages, so I was pretty nervous about how I'd do with one. But drawing my bow wasn't nearly as hard as it was for me way back when.
When then, I think? Yeah. I think that means this trip was pretty satisfying for you too.
Yeah, I suppose so. I got to make amends with you, so that makes me pretty satisfied with this adventure.
Hell yeah! Well, we still got some time on our hands before our departure vessel arrives, so how about we enjoy some date time while we're still here in Surtsey? Aww.
Speaking of dates, how are Seiji and Jeff faring?
Ooh. Priest Baram, how is Jeff holding up? Yes, he'll be just fine so long as he gets some solid rest. See, thankfully, there's no curse at play. He was simply force-fed far too much harp-recharged guarana. He's still drenched in sweat, so it will likely take a few more days for the antidote I gave him to really kick in. A few more days, you say? Jeff was really worried about you too, Seiji. If you're that worried about him, why not just go be by his side? Seiji shakes his head. Stubborn as usual, I see. So, I hear that you're pretty much set to depart on your journey. Are you taking the ship that comes in tomorrow? Seiji's luggage is remarkably simple, containing only the bare minimum of sorcery tools. He has also made sure to tuck away all the charms everyone has given him alongside them. Yes, that I will be. Sending off one of our few remaining shamans to wander alone like this is rather unusual, I must say. But your own wishes are what matters most. Please, whatever you do, make sure that you do not regret your choice. Use your freedom how you see fit. Hey there, Seiji. Is Jeff gonna be okay?
Yes. I guess that means you really can overdose on the guarana you guys produce in your plantations, huh?
Well, duh, it's hyperized. Guarana is a highly potent tonic ingredient after all. After a few days of rest, he should be able to naturally recover. As you all know, he's still riding the waves pretty hard right about now, if you get what I mean. No celebrations for him either. The best thing for him to do right now is stay in bed. This sort of thing happens all the time.
Aren't you gonna go check on him at all, Seiji?
What the hell, man? Are you really planning to just leave him behind like this? You're definitely gonna regret that. Aren't you two like childhood friends?
Plus, given how you two feel about each other,
we are more like brothers than we are childhood friends. Brothers in the sense that we're both black sheep, one as a shaman and the other as a hunter.
Black sheep? What do you mean by that?
Jeff is clearly on the smarter side, a prodigy among hunters. Just like I was born to become a shaman, Jeff was born to be a hunter. At least I had my path paid for me by my predecessors, which was a blessing in and for itself. Jeff, however, has no such path for him to just simply follow.
And just to think, he used to be far cockier than he is now. Because of that cocky attitude, he never took the skills and techniques that our adults and elders tried passing down to him seriously. He's always marched to the beat of his own drum, even as a kid. Of course, that was also precisely why he wasn't exactly well liked.
Wait a sec, are you still talking about the same Jeff?
He doesn't really strike me as the kind of guy. The Federation's packed full of guys that are way, way worse, I assure you. My man's boss is a great example.
Well, at least he's actually pretty decent as far as blacksmiths go.
One day, after I had finished meditating and couldn't fall asleep, he waltzed into our forbidden grounds. Mind you, this was when we were kids. I was all alone back then too, so I felt just as lucky to have stumbled upon someone to talk to, other than the spirits or my master. I might be blessed when it comes to hearing the spirits and receiving their power, but that doesn't mean I actually want to hear them. They're a constant drag on me 24/7, so having someone even louder than them around was actually pretty nice. We are close in age too, so I guess we're actually pretty alike the more I think about it.
Sounds like you two are soulmates, if you ask me.
That's what I think too. It'd be a shame if you didn't go see him at least once before leaving. At least go look after him. Childhood friend, brother, friend, whatever you want to call him. He's obviously more than all of those things to you.
I have come to realize that yes, I do like Jeff. I would love for us to be just like you two. I've seen plenty of couples in my time on this world, but I must say, I really do envy you two, Leon Chabot.
Not you trying to make me blush now.
I know so little about the outside world, and I know the same goes for Jeff. If I were to go up to him and tell him that I have feelings for him, that might just turn into a curse that ties him down. Besides, with him in the picture or not, I still have to become stronger myself.
Come on, you don't gotta take everything so seriously like that. Try to be, I don't know, a little more lighthearted. You with me on that, Leon.
Well, I do get where you're coming from, Seiji.
Hey, hold up. I don't think he needs to just leave things the way they are. He's totally gonna regret later if he does.
I get that, but this is Seiji's call, not ours. Judging from your luggage, Seiji, it looks like you're about to leave Surtsey too, yeah? I bet you're leaving on the same ship as us too, am I right?
Yes, you're correct about that. Jeff still needs a few more days to recover, but I've decided that I'll be leaving tomorrow.
If that's what you decided to do, Seiji, I support your decision 100%. But there's still time.
Leon.
Oh, hello. Feels like my whole body's on fire. Oh, sorry.
Feels like my whole body's on fire. Haven't even started packing for my journey. Guess I can forget going on to his going away party. And I'm supposed to be the guest of honor. This sucks. Bet they get Seiji drinking at his party right now, cause he ain't too keen on being that rowdy. Oh, Seiji, even if I can't make it tonight, I'll need to be there to see him off tomorrow. Gotta be there to see him off tomorrow. If I could just see his face. Whoa! Jeff. Hey, don't just showing up out of nowhere like a damn ghost. Well, it looks like you're holding up alright, so far. Well, I would sure hope so. I ain't like I'm dealing with a cold, and this ain't no curse either. I'm just itching to get back out there, seriously. Everyone keeps telling me to hold off though. That sounds about right. Anyway, I've had you on my mind this whole time. Is that so? How are you feeling though? I'm fine, just super thirsty and hot as hell. Oh, and did I forgot, sorry.
I'm still kind of in the daze, but I'm still holding up. Oh, and did I forget riled up like you wouldn't believe? I might just pounce on you like no joke. Come on, laugh. Well, I'm relieved to see that there isn't anything seriously wrong with you. Anyway, I'll be leaving on the ship that comes in tomorrow. Yeah, the same one as Chabo and Leon's, yeah? They ain't left yet, right? We'll probably be on the same boat together, yes. Will you be heading to the Federation then? Yes, and as my first order of business, I'd like to visit the Adventurers Guild, main branch in the Federation. I hear it's a great place to pick up intel, after all. Of course, I'll also be traveling to Amberdon, as well as Yamato. I wish to learn more about their rituals and local spirits. I hear that both their forms of sorcery are quite unlike that which we have here in Surtsey. I want to learn everything there is to know about magic. That way, I might discover something about it that is worth bringing back here. Seiji's stated objective for his journey is much like the young lad himself, both exemplary and at the same time rather ordinary. Even so, this is exactly how he formally pleaded his case to his master, Priest Baron, who so graciously gave his stamp of approval. So, I guess this means we really can't go on our journey together, huh? I'd just be dead weight holding your back. After trekking through the jungle with you guys, I realized how simply keeping up with you would be such a tremendous struggle in itself. I can handle a lot of walking, sure, but that isn't all that there is to it. So I have no idea just how sharp a hunter's skill had to be. I can't be like you or any of the others. I was always cut out to be a shaman. Seiji sounds more than a little fed up with himself, but Jeff simply chuckles and pushes back. Well, good for you. What for? Doesn't this mean you've come to actually like yourself, even just a little bit? At least more than you used to. Well, in a way, I suppose. You do know I used to get chewed out quite a bit back in the day too. Though maybe I wasn't cut out to be a hunter. Everybody's always be like, why do you fight like that? What's the deal with you? As scared as I was, I still went ahead and became a hunter anyway. Heck, I was #1 at our last hunting festival, for crying out loud. Jeff. Oh no! Oh no! I have to look at the adult scene too. The two of us, we were destined to meet, weren't we? Are you referring to the whole guidance of the spirits thing again? Oh, this time, no. As we were fighting El Goliath, one thing became abundantly clear to me. That you have a special place in my heart, Jeff. I hold those feelings for you of my own volition. Huh? Seiji declares as he reaches over to take Jeff by the hand as he lies there, squeezing his hand tight. Jeff's hand is both warm and faintly damp with sweat. You matter to me. Even once I departed on my journey, that fact will never change. I would surely like for our paths to cross more out there in the outside world. Have a good night, Jeff. Please do try to get some proper rest, alright? I hope you have a great journey. Yeah, you too, Seiji. Good night. I couldn't say what I wanted to say. Guess that can't be helped given the circumstances. Seiji, what if my body was all fired up like it is now, even back then because of my feelings for you? I need to get my ass going! Seiji! Well, that's where Jeff is heading off to. So have you decided on where you're heading off to? Jeff has been letting it slip that he was looking forward to his solo journey, but he hadn't actually pinned down his first destination. Whether it be climbing up towering cliffs where huge monsters might lurk, or tackling dangerous lairs, he would likely hit the road with adventurers whom he has never met, going to places far beyond Seiji's reach. Yep, I decided. I have decided now. I'm gonna head to the Federation, then I'll stop by Amberdon. After that, I think I'll hit up Yamato too. Oh, hey,
You can't just copy me. I ain't copying you. If we both head out on our solo journeys, and we still run into each other from time to time along the way, wouldn't you become that special person in my life for me?
Well, then I'll just have to go out there and find you. What I'm trying to say is that
I know what you're trying to say. Hey! Told you that I might just pounce on ya. Jeff forcibly strips down Seiji, then once he himself gets completely naked before pinning Seiji down hard on the ground. What? Seiji's down with a fever?
I really wanted to see those two one last time before we left, but I suppose it can't be helped.
I'm so sorry, you two. They really did want to come to at least see you off, but I'm afraid they just won't be making it in time.
It's fine. I got a pretty good idea why. I'm sure it'll all work out for him.
Worked out? What do you mean by that? I couldn't help but let them sleep for a little bit longer. You see, Seiji has been suffering from chronic insomnia his whole life. I incidentally found him sleeping so peacefully at Jeff's place, and the look on his face was just so at peace.
See? Told you he'd be at Jeff's place.
Oh no, I said too much. Oh, now I get where you're hinting at. Seiji actually went to see him after all, huh?
Good. I was worried he was gonna take off without even saying a word to the poor guy. If someone matters to you that much, you gotta go see him. Otherwise, you'll never stop worrying about him.
Sounds like something a certain person's dad would say.
Chubbo.
Come to think of it, I was also pretty dang worried about where the hell you went, Leon. Allow me to send a message out through our branch of the Adventurers Guild that we owe you to a debt of gratitude. Don't even sweat it. I'm sure we'll meet again someday.
Even though we just took on your guys' request for reinforcement without putting much thought to our guild back home, we ended up playing a much bigger role than we could have ever imagined. Glad we didn't bail or screw it all up, honestly.
Well then, I believe it is time for you two to set sail. Feel free to visit Cersei for leisure next time. Of course, you could come here on another quest as well. Adventures are in high demand these days, you see. Yay! Whoa. A few days later on the ridge of Mount Cersei. I'm so hungry. Wait, that's that one kind of electric shock I've been waiting to come across again. I want more of that. Zap! Oh, hi. You're awfully full of energy today, El Goliath. Why, you cocky little caster. The name's Seiji. Get it right. Okay, Seiji. Listen up. It's all your fault that I got chased off and now I'm practically starving. I figured, which is why I brought all of these. Eat as much as you want. Please, go right ahead. I can't get enough of this tingling sensation. It's been forever. Lightning from the clouds, just the way you like it. Here, I also brought some more stuff that you like a whole lot. Jeff spreads out the goods he had brought before El Goliath, a colorful array of plump crops. Oh. Aw, Jeff, you're so sweet, Jeff. Hey now, don't be throwing me into your arms like this. Thanks for remembering me, though. You came to tie the knot with me, didn't ya? No, that's not quite why we came here. If you help us out with clearing out all the monsters in the lair inside our volcano here, we'll give you food like this as your reward. You don't want some underground intruders wrecking your tough either, right? Why? Why do I have to go and help you guys out? El Goliath is so furious that his fur is standing on the end. Even so, he continues shoveling down more of the food which Jeff had brought for him. Hey, figured out this would be how you'd react to the grub. What is this stuff anyway? It's so sweet.
This is called chocolate. It's made from the very stuff from the plantations that you were pillaging. Food is my reward, huh? And I see loads of dudes waiting to tie the knot with me at the foot of this mountain too. Food and guys to turn into my... Yes, to be. I consider your offer. And I will definitely consider it. It's mates you're after, huh? Speaking of which, your favorite is around here too. Hurricane, that is. Wait, where'd Hurricane go? Wasn't he here just a second ago? Oh, there he is! With his back to Jeff, clutching tough, Hurricane is trying so hard to sneak down the mountain. The grief radiating from this hunter's structure's rear side is all too evident. Hurricane! When you look at him up close, he just looks like a huge kitty cat. Aw, a cute little human thing. No, we are not keeping that thing. I knew El Goliath would be out of the question. It'd be absolutely impossible. Impossible, I say. Why, if it isn't the hunter with a fine jawline. Man, I love messing with you especially. That settles it for me. I'm ready to go. Why? Like seriously, why this? Hey, you guys are coming too, right? Let's all wreak some havoc together.
Well... Seiji and I are actually about to leave Surtsey on our journeys.
Wait, you're going out into the outside world, Jeff?
Yep, that's a part of any Surtsean adventure's coming of age process. It's just that we wanted to see you before heading out.
Yes, he's right, El Goliath. You know that those hyper-charged guarana berries that you were shoveling down. This year's harvest was the most bountiful we've ever seen, but it was also loaded with magic oozing from below our feet. Magic is the power which drives desire. Without you in the mix, Seiji and I might have ended up going our separate ways. I was dead set on not letting that happen, but I couldn't tell anyone in our village that. Thanks to you being here, that desire came through for me, since now the two of us are well, no, don't care about that. Well, that much I figured. Still, I couldn't just drive you off the plantation and call the issue settled. I talked things out with our branch of the Adventurers Guild, and they gave me the thumbs up for you to work in collaboration with us. Adventurers worth their salt stay pretty busy, you see. Come on, rethink this, says the one who stood before Lord Lucifer and told him I can handle all this myself. Hehe, man, I sure miss you. Wait, what? Yeah.
Well, no way we're keeping this thing inside the house, old man.
What the heck? So anyway, these are the patch notes for this week. We got 2 new characters. So one is technically an alt, the other one is a new character. And we got Thunderous Beast El Goliath and Bulky Sniper Leon. So you've seen this illustration before. In the last episode, per se, I would say. Or wait, was it? Yeah, it was the last. I just watched the video. So yeah, this is Leon. He's a shooter. Very different from the other alts that he has. So target movement speed for 30 seconds, attack speed 40, attacking up to 2 enemies within attack range simultaneously. I think he's probably an A unit, and he is okay, maybe a best at a B. Yeah, maybe a B. Okay, so for the patch notes, of course there's been new story added until CS 21 to CS 26. I think there's probably only 2 stories today, and then a new pickup scouting event, which is a new one, and also new units, and also some of the UI has been adjusted. And I've been I looked through it all. The gotcha screen when you pull for a character is different. I'll show you a picture of it right now, and also this is different. Yeah, so it's like this now. Pretty cool. Salutations, my name is Drunker, and today we are back with another episode of another Eidos of Dragon Vein R. That's right, it has been quite a hot minute since we last played Eidos, because Blueprints decided to take over my life again, and now we're here. So anyway, this is the last part of the Path to Adulthood Big Game Hunting event. So let us go through the patch notes and see what is there. So this is the patch notes. Quest has been added to event Beware of Hypercharged Monsters, the Path to Adulthood Big Game Hunting. The event will end with CS32, one huge kitty cat. So yes, this is the final part of the event. And there's also the revival for Winter Date. So we have 2 alts for Leon and Chabot. So if you want to get them, wow, you're gonna have to spend money. Of course, we actually saw this twice. So that was during the anniversary, and this was now we got it here. So you got another chance. So the Eidos scouts, I think they have been animated. And then there's also new units, which is the Unlucky Adventure and Gossiping Adventure in Winter Date, which we will go there when we get there, so you'll know who they are. Also some new Eidos from them, and also some stills from Deafening Hunter Instructor Hurricane and Tough, and Celebrity Villain Top Dog Zed. I really want to get Hurricane and Tough, so yes. Now we are in the section where we will be reviewing the event. That's right. So, it's usually, if you don't know how this works, basically, there used to be an assessment on like list of stuff that we'll consider. I'm looking at not safe for work scenes, also safe for work scenes. I'm also looking at dialogue, especially the plot. The plot is the most important thing. However, outside of that is the Eureka bonus. So a Eureka bonus is basically something that does not follow the rubrics but adds something special to the story that makes it unique, that makes it very special. Sometimes it's not related to plot at all. It's not even dialogue. Like, heck, it's not even in the rubrics. Sometimes it's just good because it's good, despite it being bad. Like, it's like the whole, oh, it's so bad, it's really good. Like, you know. And for this event, I think I will not be giving this a Eureka bonus because there's, in all honesty, it's pretty simple. Again, most simple stories can even like exceed my expectation, but this particular event will not get a Eureka bonus. So, no Eureka bonus for this event. It is a very proper story. It does tell it. It's actually pretty simple, honestly. So I definitely will give like, of course, the music is the best part of this event. Like, have you listened to like this to like the music here? Like, hold on, I'll show you. Like, the music is really good. Okay, I think I won't do that, but yeah. So anyway, let's talk about individual characters. So, I definitely think that all the characters were utilized properly. Honestly, I'm so glad that they're actually starting it. Even though this is another stimulant-related event, I do think that this event is a bit strong in terms of its story, what it is meant to do, which is actually, like, honestly, compared to other events, I mean, it's actually pretty good. The only event I would say that succeeds in telling a proper linear story is, I would say, it's Hero Time. So yeah, because the other events, not so much. So yes, I definitely think that the plot is kind of actually the strongest factor of this event. It's a pretty simple plot, but it does get it across. It does present an issue that's happening in Cersei, and also utilizes the culture of Cersei to move its story, and honestly that was pretty impressive. I have seen one comment about the Honey Trap Brigade event and how the concept of Sana didn't really make sense, because Sana was originally meant to be an idol. Like, it actually is like technically Sana is an idol himself, like quote unquote idol, because he represents like a certain depiction of what Christmas is. But I guess we will go delve deeper into that when we get to the main story. That's right. So now I am going to be posting a poll whether we will start with the main story or start another gacha game, or we're gonna play another non-gacha game. So yes, I am planning this April, being it going to be, yeah, April is pretty much the drunker month. So yeah. So what story should we start first? I have previously recorded the start of a new adventure, but unfortunately it was booted off the internet, so I couldn't post it. So yes, so so if you guys want to see more of the main story, then feel free to share, maybe share some input on how I'm gonna do it or how I'm gonna conduct it. If you want full length stuff, I will gladly accommodate with that. Or if you just want part to part, then I'm okay with that as well. And actually, this is the start of the Eidos event, the Another Eidos of Dragon Vein R series. That's right. So all of these stories will be divided into episodes, so you can just watch them. So yes, episode 1 will be on April, because that is Gay Gacha Game Month. That's right. So XXO Wolfia and Eidos will be very frequent games that we'll be playing, but we can also add a new game. So if you guys, I will be posting another poll on that if you want like other games and stuff. I will be talking more about my plans for this, because honestly, I think we need Eidos. We need to, Eidos needs some more, popularity, okay? And we need also to understand that we can be as unhinged as Eidos, but also be as knowledgeable and also narrative theory based. And honestly, I really hope you guys enjoy like the stories, and I'm so glad that you guys are passionate with this as well. I really hope that you guys don't disregard the not safe for work scenes, because they are also a gold mine in itself. It doesn't matter what theme it is. I pretty much enjoy all of them. So yes. Well, there's some that I don't. Yeah, it's but maybe that's just not for me. Maybe it's for someone else. But of course, we are delving into the world of fiction, and I hope you are also fictionists as well. I'm also I'm also interested in other stuff like non-fiction, poetry, and especially plays. So yes. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all whenever. Bye bye.